Hi, this is my audition video for Season 23 Project Runway. My name is Elijah Wong, and I'm 41 years old. My pronouns are he, him, they, them. I currently reside in Koreatown, Los Angeles, but I was originally born in Hong Kong to a conservative Mormon family. When I was 10 years old, my family immigrated to northern rural Utah. Surprisingly, is where I discovered my obsession and love for fashion. I remember dressing up all the way, always like trying to be myself. I never want to dress like my peers. I've always flipped through like magazines and catalogs, imitating those looks and not like my peers. I also remembered my middle school best friend lent me her mom's sewing machine, and I borrowed it for an entire 8 months at a time. And I remember just sewing and sewing and sewing, and I would stay up to like 2, 3 a.m. just sewing. I even asked them to give me their old t-shirts and clothes, and I would just sew and create new items for them to wear to school. And they also, the one that pushed me to talk to a career counselor about fashion designing, which up until that point, I didn't realize that's even a possible career path because I lived in such a sheltered world. So they were the reason why I really wanted to be in fashion and pursue my career in fashion. And now my fashion obsession and creativity is part of my entire life. My entire livelihood is fashion. My room is just basically a walk-in closet. So I'll show you a quick glimpse of my room. As you can see, this is my closet. And so is that. Here's my jewelry section. And more closet. Closet. Shoe closet. 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 Shoe closet. And here we're coming out. This is the kitchen, aka my workstation. This is my dress form. Her name is Joan, which is actually named after Joan Small, my favorite model of all time. I also love working in the kitchen because I love to cook. Apparently my friends tell me I'm a great cook because I hosted many of cooking dinner parties and seem to be well praised. A little interesting story about this sewing machine. During my senior year of fashion school in Vegas, there was a competition thrown in Salt Lake City by this label called Black Chandelier, which got traction from being featured on American Next Top Model. And my friend told me like maybe 48 hours in advance, and I like really want to compete. So I whipped up a dress in 6 hours, and then we drove early in the morning the next day and got to Salt Lake City from Vegas in the evening. I want to submit the dress to the fashion show as a competition. And at the door, they were about to close the door for the entry for the show to begin. And I went to the door guy, I was like, I have this dress I made for this competition. And the guy's like, well, usually you're supposed to submit it like a couple days ago, a couple hours ago. I'm like, well, I literally just drove 8 hours from Vegas to Salt Lake City to enter this competition. So the door guy's like, fine, I'll take it back, see what I can do. So we entered the show, and lo and behold, I actually won the entire competition, and this is the grand prize for the competition, and I've been sewing on that ever since. Let's get cozy and talk about my career path. Hi, it's B. So I have about 15 years of corporate fashion design experience since I moved to LA from Vegas after I graduated. I've had my designs on international model Irina Shayk. When I was designing at BB, she's worn my stuff on campaigns and model shoots. It was very amazing. I've learned about technical and like fitting a garment on the proper body when I worked for Torrid, a plus size brand. And recently, my most recent job, I designed for a company that sold a lot of design to everybody else, to make from small labels to like Target, Walmart, Nordstrom's, basically to even like higher end labels to run the runway, which I developed a lot of collaboration work with celebrities like Ashley Park, Whitney Port, and also the jewelry designer Pamela. Those are really, really cool experiences, but having all those quiet validations, it was really nice. And also, it was really cool to also constantly see people wearing the stuff around the streets in LA. I've seen my stuff on commercials. Even when I was watching TV, I saw a couple of my designs just pop up. Speaking of TV, I'm actually not a newbie to the Hulu family. I actually have a face roll and a design product that I actually showcased on the Hulu TV show. I was on a TV show, East West High, where the director asked me to be one of the extras because he moved up one of the scenes. So I'm actually in season 1 of East West High, episode 3 intro scene, the dance audition scene, where I had to play a high school student auditioning for dance. I also, in between takes and scenes where when the wardrobe intern would get really bored, so I would play around with the graph tape that was in the trailers, and I created a really intricate black and white plaid bow tie of the graph tape, and the wardrobe designer liked it so much, he actually put it in the show for one of the characters for the prom scene, so I have a face roll and a product roll for Hulu. Since the first season of Project Runway, I have been told by many people that I'll be great, I should audition, I should try it out, but I never really thought it was for me until about 2 months ago, at the age of 41, I decided to come out as gender fluid, and after finding that center of myself, I realized that the universe has been pulling me and guiding me to this path, and so this is me taking a giant leap of faith and throwing my hat in the ring to help audition. So again, I'm Elijah Wong, and I'm auditioning for the next season of Project Runway.